position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis and David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Leaves it with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, turns on the Jets. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Caught close to the marker. It's Green. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Pulls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Got it in the middle. It's Hilton. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Man, I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Not just so you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch down the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. He is flat slinging it. Tigers hope they can put together an offense like that Deshaun Watson-led group in 2015 that went for over 5,000 yards.
Yeah, and he was so hard to stick out. He was fun to watch, and you watch him scramble around, make plays with his legs. And this offense, it's kind of evolved over the years, and they've changed, but it's pretty much the same. They're going to feature their quarterback. They're going to throw the football, and he's usually a dang stud.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Here's a heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's gone. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Durham. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play wide receiver basically for you. But you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Defense is about getting the guy on the ground, holding on for dear life. It's hard, I know, with so much speed on the outside, but you got to get that guy on the ground. When you miss one tackle, next thing you know, all that extra yardage is killing your defense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Right on the money. Touchdown, LSU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. South Carolina showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Quickly out to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Motion from the back. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He'll throw it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. He'll start this drive firing. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the...
Breaks into the open on the left. Oh, spin move. The 20. The inside. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Durham. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Gets it to him on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Trying to burn this defensive back. And here's the third interception of the night. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Catch coverage in the middle. It's Moore. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Pocket breaking down. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got the quick pass. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Looking to buy time. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sharp. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Looking to the big tight end. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got some room to run. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Flushed out of the pocket. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. To the air, it's Klubnik. Puts it out of the air. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that...
There he goes. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Run the football.
Touchdown, Clemson. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Miami is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Canes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions in the week.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Fires downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Dances away. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And he hauls it in at the 30. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field.
Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, Obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the tight end. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Trying to keep this drive alive. On the move at the 30. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Randall. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. To the ground with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the air, it's Klubnik. Rushes on him. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Sharp. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Makes the grab. It's sharp. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Looking for a gap. It's Durham. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
And the returner is stopped. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They want that clock to run. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to run for it. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
1 for 2 on fourth down attempts so far, and we will get a third attempt here. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Bring in the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. On the move, it's Haynes. couldn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
He's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Wide out trying to get it in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. A quarterback sneak on 2nd down. I've got to think somebody got confused on the play call.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.